Hey there, everybody. Tomorrow got your episode over here, coming at you guys with a deck tech. This is what I'm gonna be playing with for my Friday Night Magic. And as you can tell, I probably switched my channel updates totally. I haven't done my update binder or my update traded binder, uh, and deck tech results and stuff like that, but mostly my trade binder. But I'm sorry about that, guys. Uh, we'll get to that. And people that have traded with me, I'm sorry I haven't sent out. Well, I will send out probably send out my stuff on Friday or what am I saying? Saturday. So and if I don't send it on Saturday, then it's probably gonna be Monday. So I'm sorry for the delay. But let's get started with my Jund Kessig deck. It's kind of my version. I guess you could say it's based off of a Collingwood version. But let's get right onto it. First on with the land. You run two Kessig Wolf Run. Nothing really much to say. Conley ran two Kessig Wolf runs. And then obvious stuff for Inkmoth Nexus. Nothing to say about that either. Um, for Inkmoth Nexus because, it's a win condition, it's a blocker, and yeah. Thirdly, you have a 1 of Ghost Quarter. Marlin Haunt, opposing Kessigs, if they're mana screwed, and Inkmoth Nexus. So, pretty good. Now down to your dual lands. I run 3 Blackleaf Cliffs because my version of a Kessig is a little bit different. It does run a little bit red, and yeah. And like I said, my it does run a little bit red, so I run 2 Copperline Gorge. Copperline Gorge. I mean, so what? You have five tap lands, but you get to search them with Kessig or with Primeval, and it doesn't really matter. You just want your land right away, and so they're pretty good. And then I run for the last 2 Woodland Cemetery. I would run 3. I don't want to run 4 because it's gonna be less of well basics. So I have 2 right now. I traded my other 2 for some other stuff. So I would run 3. That's all I'm saying. 3 Woodland Cemetery, and then 1 mountain. Still 1 mountain. 4 swamp, and I think 6. Yep, 6 forests. And I love John Avon art lands. So if you guys could send me that in trades, that'd be great. Now down to your creatures. 4 Solemn Simulacrum. It's a ramp deck, so you obviously have to have Solemn. 1 Birds of Paradise. If you don't have Sphere of the Suns or Rampant Growth, you can Green Sun Zenith for birds. 2 Acidic Slime. O-Rings. Sword of War and Peace, Rune Chanter Spike, stuff like that. 1 Gliss of the Trader. Shenanigans with Worm Coil, Ratchet Bomb, and other stuff. 1 Massacre Worm, because the meta is filled with a bunch of aggro. Massacre Worm is pretty good in the metagame right now, I think. Because when he enters the battlefield, you get to choose an opponent, and each creature they control gets -2/-2 on their turn. And if opponent's creatures, and if an opponent, if a, whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, they lose 2 life that turn. So, pretty good. Um, gets rid of Delver. It's like a Black Sun Zenith, but a creature wise. So, pretty good card. I run 2 Olivia Valderin. Like I said, this is the only red card I have in here, and you want a lot of red with this because with the first ability, which is 1 red and 2, oh, 1 red and 1, and it's a flying creature. So I think it pretty completely dominates the metagame. People main deck Doomblade, and obviously they can't Doomblade this. So good card. Get rid of their titans or get rid of their little dudes. One worm coil because like I said, shenanigans with Blessed the Trader, and it's just a pretty good bomb. Anyways, uh, you know, pretty good card overall. And for the obvious, four Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan is just so good in any ramp deck. You know, pretty self-explanatory. Uh, Nothing else to say. You just search your Kessigs, Ink Moths, Ghost Quarters, and your dual lands if you're actually mana screwed. Down to your non-creature spells. I run 2 Green Sun Zenith. Like I said, you can fetch a Birds, a Gulissa, Acidic Slime, Primeval Titan. No Thrun, but I have Thrun on the sideboard. So, Green Sun Zenith is pretty good. Fetches up your Titans, which is one of the big ones, and Birds as well. One Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb is really good on because if a creature transforms and the mana cost is 0, so just pop it off for nothing. And they pop it off for nothing. It also gets rid of the tokens. And if you just tap it at the end of turn and it gets a charge counter, get something for 1. Pretty good card. Really good in the meta game as well. I want run. I run 1 Curse of Death's Hold. Pretty good. Gets rid of Hero Blade Hold tokens, Midnight Haunting tokens, Moorland Haunt tokens. Really good. I only run though. I only run 1 though, and I run another one in my sideboard just in case. Pretty good card in the metagame. Gets rid of Invisible Stalker as well. Uh, 1 Beast Within because opposing curses. Totally gets rid of your Ink Moths. Um, you know, gets rid of a sword, an Oblivion Ring, over the little cost of a 3/3 beast, which you can just kill, basically. And then 2 Black Sun Zenith, because the metagame, like I said, is filled with aggro. Really good card right now. It shuffles back into your library, so if they mill you, you can just shuffle back into your library. Really good card. 2 Doomblade, because just a removal, basically. Really good card. 2 Tribute to Hunger, because it with the hexproof creatures and everything, opposing Thruns, Invisible Stalkers 1, Geist of Saint Traft, a lot of cards that are really playable in standard right now. So really good card. Down to your ramp spells, which are the last cards of the main deck. Force Sphere of the Suns. It's still a ramp deck, so you want to run Force Sphere. I tried Emissary because I have kind of a low curb, but it just didn't work out. And for your obvious last ones, 4 Ramp and Growth. Really good. Nothing much to say, just fetch up a land. Now down to your sideboard. It's a pretty complex sideboard, I think. I run 1 Slag Storm, because I don't have a 3rd Black Sun Zenith, which I'm pretty sure I'm getting in the mail. But right now it's a replacement for Black Sun Zenith. 1 Curse, like I said, against tokens, against any not control, against any aggro deck, you want to side another one. 1 Tree, against aggro, against mono or mirror match, and just a really big defender. 1 more Ratchet Bomb, because you sided in against Delver, any tokens, a lot of stuff like that. Really good card. 1, go for the throat. If you're playing against mono black or a deck that runs black, take out Go for the Throat, or take out Doomblade and put a Go for the Throat in. But what I learned is against mono black, you take out 1 Doomblade and leave in the other Doomblade, because a Spellskite, basically Spellskite, that's pretty much it. But Spellskite killed me because it was equipped to a Lash Wraith. So it's pretty good. A lot of 1-0s. So the next one of is 1 Ancient Grudge. You don't want to run 2 because you already have 2 Acidic Slimes in the main board. and you run another artifact removal card in the deck. So one Ancient Grudge. I run 2 Memoricide against control, against mirror match, and that's basically it. Control and mirror match. Really good card. If you get rid of their Titans before they drop one, they're pretty much screwed anyways. And against control, you get rid of their Snapcasters, Mana Leaks, stuff like that. Blast Freezes, second game. Real good. Pretty much screws them. Another one active aggression because against control, against mirror. I didn't want to run a third Memoricide because you can still run this against aggro. You get their biggest creature or their creature with a bunch of equipment attached to it. So you know, just pay for it and you just basically kill with their own creature. It's like a short-term Olivia, I guess you would say. One Viridian Corruptor. Like I said, this is the other artifact removal, and it's a infect, so it just wears them down a bit if they block. If we block. One Olivia Valderin. You take out the Massacre Worm for it against control. Really good card. Yeah, basically against control, you take out the Massacre Worm. They feel like they want to side out their Doomblades. Sure. Put in Gopher Throats and whatever. Really good. Really good against spirits, but you still want the Massacre Worm instead of the Olivia. Because with control and mirror, you take their dude. Personally I run 2 Thunderlast Troll because control is really good. And against mirror match, I guess you can say. Yeah, basically against control. Really good card. And I felt like bumping it down to 1 because I have already a bunch of stuff against control in my sideboard. And then your last 2 cards is 2 Nile Spellbomb. Really good because of Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage just kills. It's a win condition. And you just draw a card off of it. So, thanks guys for watching. Tomorrowguard777 over here. Comment, rate, subscribe. And see you guys later.